Hey Freeze Fryers. Yesterday was Easter. We had Easter dinner with the kids. We made some ham and some lobster bisque, which was a great hit, by the way. And but we had leftovers, of course. And so I put the ham on the trays last night. Didn't have enough to fill 5 trays. So we had extra cilantro from I made some fresh salsa. So I've got a tray of cilantro that's going to go in, and then for the 5th tray I decided I would take some of this salmon and run it through the machine, through the blue Alpine, and get it put up. We bought it for when the granddaughter came over to watch the dogs and house sit for us while we went down to see the kids in Texas. And she didn't eat it. Siri, I'm not talking to you. It's okay. Alright, that was weird. That was weird. Anyway. Okay. Drop the scissors, get another pair. She didn't eat it, and so it's just taking up space in the freezer that I can use for other stuff. And I was also thinking that I could powder this stuff down after it is freeze dried and use it to flavor soups, and maybe even use it to flavor the biscuit I make next time. Got the blue Alpine chilling down. It's already 18 below in there, so let's start loading stuff up. I'm going to put the cilantro on the bottom shelf. I'm going to put the fish on the top shelf. This stuff all set out in the freezer overnight. So again, we're going to go ahead and reduce the freeze cycle a little bit. We'll still give it 4 hours, but not 9. Get that all in there, and we'll let her run, and then tomorrow, probably noontime or so, we'll come down in here and we will remove the product, process it, and get it into long-term storage. So stick with us, peeps. We'll catch back up with you when this run is done, and we'll continue the video. Till then, live long and freeze dry. Well, Tuesday morning at about 5:30, and the numbers are really good. 627 on the mTOR, right at the 10th as far as the tray temp goes. So let's give it a look-see. Some lights on in here. Alright, first tray was the salmon. That salmon still has some cold spots on it, so the salmon will be going back in. Ham's good. So this is one of those situations where because the salmon was thicker, more dense, needs more time. And also shows again how center tray does the best as far as drying goes. Okay, and the cilantro's done. Pop that back in there. Close the drain valve. Hit resume. It's got 2.5 hours to go. Just go ahead and add a half an hour, just for giggles. Alright, so here we have it. We've got our 3 trays of ham, and we've got our cilantro there. Let's see how we're going to package this up. The ham is going to go into long-term storage, and the ham does use, hang on a second. Go ahead and pause that again because that vacuum pump's a little bit loud. The ham's got sharp corners on it. So when I have stuff going in long-term storage that has, well, sharp corners, I go with the blue Alpine Mylar bags for sure. They're a lot heavier than the ones that I get on Amazon. I mean, the ones you get on Amazon are fine for mashed potatoes, soups, cilantro, but with ham, you want something that's going to stand up to those sharp corners on the meat. That's a lot of ham. That's a lot of ham. I guess we'll have 2 bags. I'm surprised the dogs aren't down here. You may have noticed in some of my videos I'll turn around and Sadie's down at my feet wanting to see what I dropped. I guess they're upstairs still finishing their breakfast. There you have it. All of the leftover ham is now in my blue Alpine bags. Get some oxygen absorbers. If I can remember where I put them. There you go. These 2 bags are now good to sit on the shelf for 20 years. Food security, baby. I'm going to put the cilantro in a bag for now. I've got more jars ordered. When the jars come in, then the cilantro will go into the jars. Well, that's messy. You do want to get this stuff, especially with the herbs. You do oregano, parsley, cilantro. You want to get it in a bag pretty quick. Get it out of the open air because it will it will draw moisture right from the air and start to get soft, rehydrate. So that'll be crushed up and shoved into a jar and be used for seasoning, mainly the salsa that we make all the time, the taco soup. But there you go. I will be checking back on the fish in a couple of hours and see if it's done, and then we'll get it processed out. Until then, live long and freeze dry. Okay, YouTube, it's about 11 o'clock, and cycle's done. We had to put the salmon back in. It's taking a little longer. Here we are. Open her up. And yeah, now they're warmed all the way through, which means, no, that one's still got a cold spot. So guess what? I'm not doing salmon anymore. Anyway, I'm just going to take these and I am going to pump them in a bag here. And we will be having salmon and rice for dinner tonight, just so that I can see how the stuff reconstitutes and whether it's something that I want to work into having a supply of it in long-term storage. It would be for me because Becky doesn't like fish. But yeah, there we go. Another successful batch put through the Blue Alpine. If you're interested in getting it to freeze drying, I would say definitely give these guys over at Blue Alpine a look. There'll be a link in the description. Check them out. Take your food security for the future into your own hands. Don't depend on anybody but yourself. We'll leave you with that. Until the next time, be well, be safe, and most important, live long and freeze dry.